Hello, welcome to Module 4, Week 4 in PA 460, Fall 2022. So as you can see, as you saw in the syllabus, and you can see in Canvas, this is a little bit different this week because we have an exam. So we need to make sure that we are preparing for that. And let's go through the Module 4 overview here. And you can see that I have provided an Exam 1 study guide, which you can download. And I beg you, please download this and have it handy for the exam if you want to do well on the exam. My goal is for you learning the material, and the exam isn't always like a direct regurgitation of this information, but it's also whether you can apply this information in certain situations. So make sure you study prior to taking the exam. Don't just think I'll just whip out the study guide and take the exam, because that you may have difficulty. It's also timed, so you may have difficulty completing in time. Though you should have enough time with 2 hours. Discussion 4 is a little bit different as well. We're not watching a TED Talk this week. I'll discuss that in a second. What you're doing is just sharing an experience. It doesn't have to be your experience, it could be someone else with a societal issue. And this is going to help me put together groups of the students next Sunday or Monday, or excuse me, Sunday. I want to get that done to create the groups, to put you in so that you're working on projects that that you're passionate about, with other people who are passionate about similar things. Can't promise everyone gets in the group they want, but I'll try to get you as close as possible. Exam 1, of course, that's modules 1 through 4, so chapters 1 through 6. Make sure that you review, and I'll get to the particulars of the exam in a second. So study guide, here it is, download it, review it. If it's not on the study guide, it's not on the exam, so make sure that you do look at that. This is just a summary of everything that we've gone over. However, it's still contextually, you'll still want to make sure that you watched all the videos and that you have read all the text material, because that helps cement the knowledge much better than just looking at a list of items. Okay, for a societal issue, I want you to choose from one of these 12. So make sure that you go through the list, see something that you can relate to or are passionate about, share a little bit about that, whether it's personal story or someone else. Obviously don't if someone has private things, don't mention them by name or anything like that. But choose one of these, put it at the top of your post so that I know it's just easier to go through and put people with other people if that's the case. Make sure that start out just top unemployment or immigration or whatever. Now, because this is a public affairs, public policy course, there's going to be overlap. There's significant overlap in law enforcement and homelessness and public health and substance abuse, etc. And that's fine. If you want to get more specific, you can choose 2 topics, but just stick to that. Relate a story, doesn't have to be extremely long, and post that. And then in the discussion board, after you've posted, just 10 to 15 sentences. That's Thursday, the usual. Then you need to comment on a fellow student's post. It would be cool if you would find someone with a similar interest. That's not always possible because people finish the discussion at different times. And just try to comment on something similar. You don't have to, that's not necessary if you don't want to, but make sure to get that done by the next Saturday. And like I said, I will be going through on Sunday the different subject matter and putting you into groups. You will see that appear in your Canvas. And next. Okay, so exam one, we have 50 questions, equivalent, multiple choice and matching question sets. So it's not exactly 50 questions, but it's equivalent. So if there's a matching section with 8 different things, that is the points of 8 questions. 2 short essay questions. This is where the rubber meets the road. I can tell if you're actually learning the material or not. It's applying what you've learned to certain situations. So if you're descriptive and you use examples from the semester in your answers, you'll do well. If you just do a little quick answer and try to, be very creative with your response outside of the material, probably won't do as well. So that is it for next week. I wish everyone well. And the subsequent week, I will have a bit longer video explaining the group project and all of those things. Also, for your group worksheets, I'm giving you examples for each. So please make sure to download and look at those examples before starting on your own group work. This gives you a good idea of what's expected and to do well in the course. So thank you, take care, and I will be speaking to you next week.